こんにちは。今日スタートちょっと遅いんですけど、ずっと、多分気づいたけどずっとゲームボーイゲームやってるんだから、まあ自分が一番したいのは、まあやっぱり特撮のゲームボーイゲームが多いんですけど、まあ正直に言ってこの目指せゲーム大賞の巻、これはね、だいぶ前、後ろのスーファミの本体でゲームボーイプレイヤーを何回もクリアしたことある。もうほぼほぼ完璧クリアも、まあ2は絶対できるけど、まあ今日は最初からはもう1位目指して、2位できたらもうそれはもう十分。で、その後はもうわざとで失敗の走りをやります。まあこのゲームはもうミニゲームだけ。ミニゲームのコレクションみたいに、本当にミニゲームだけのプレイことができるけど、まあゲーム的にも面白いだから、私は好きね。私が好き。ただまあ、あんまり早く読まないんですけど、まあ読めるところあるなら、追加したいならぜひまあ VC かディスコに追加して一緒に読みましょうかと。もうこのゲームは本当に楽しみだけです。よし、一回やりましょうか。せーの。今回はね、B 押すでも、テクストは早く飛ばすことはできませんね。それだけは残念。こうして女の子の通っているの、そうです。学校から少しは慣れた富士山のふもとで学校の主催。そう。これはね、本当にもうゲームのもうみんなは例えばゲームの日があるで、まあ、頑張って1位取ったら自分がなんか大きなプライズもらえる。で、1位取ってね、大きな像がもらえる。ちびこまる子ちゃんの大像がもらえるけど、2位はただなんかおめでとうみたいで、その意外とただちびまる子ちゃんがもうなんか立ってる。I'm coming. Hold on. So, yeah, hold on one second, man. I already started my speedrun. Shit.
Bizarre's weird about that. Like, there's some of them that it doesn't need.
So,
It does,
here's what you need to do. Can you just zip me your setup? Because it'll have the BIOS, it'll have everything. I didn't really need the game. We don't need the game. We need the actual, like, emulation and BIOS.
That's the whole reason. Is because the game.
Okay, yeah.
There's SD RAM that got hacked that has everything unlocked.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's the save file. So, can you just zip your emulation and send it?
The one I gave you has it already ready to go. So let me get the BIOS real quick.
No, the one you sent me, the one that I got sent by Raging Cosmonaut has no emulation in it. You just sent the game in the save file. So there's no emulation, there's no BIOS. So I need the emulation with the BIOS and everything. So if you can just zip your emulation and send it to me, that's gonna just be the quickest way, rather than me have to like install. If I have to do an install, that's fine. Okay, so BizHawk is really finicky because BizHawk has certain setups for each emulation. So if you change those, it switches all the BIOS. So like I have BizHawk for PC Engine, but the BIOS is specifically for certain things. And if you switch it, it changes it. So again, I know you can explain to me how to do this and all that. It's just easier, man, if you just zip your emulation with all the BIOSes in it and just put it in a folder. That's really the quickest way.
Why I didn't do that is that the BizHawk that this is Incorporated 2 is one I've long since abandoned that has like 45 million files. At some point I've used this for like Shaq Fu training mode, Super Punch Out, hack testing, all this other stuff. So that's the only reason I sent that stuff specifically. But I was gonna say I can just drop you my firmware folder. You can just replace.
Yeah. So again,
Are you using a BizHawk that you already have? That's your mistake. Just start fresh.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I can't find that old BizHawks. Can you just? Do you have the install folder? Do you have the install folder?
The new one should work just fine. As far as I know, the only difference between BizHawks and
Charles, can you just? I don't care if a bunch of stuff is included in it. Can you just zip me the folder with your stuff?
I don't want to do that. I'm giving you an alternative.
Why don't you want to do that? I don't get it. How much extra stuff?
There's 45,000 fucking files in there. Jesus Christ, it's so confusing. Really?
I mean, all right. Can you send me the?
It takes 10 seconds to reinstall BizHawk in a new folder and put my entire firmware folder. I'm literally sending you everything in my firmware.
Okay, yeah, that works. Send me the. Okay. I don't need everything in the firmware folder. I like to keep it separate for firmware because some firmwares in BizHawk have the same coding, so they loop over each other. So if there's a way to like, if you.
That's what I'm saying. You're making a mistake of trying to use the same BizHawk.
I'm not making the mistake. I'm not. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying I didn't do that because I knew that was going to happen, and the amount of time that it would take me to get that stuff working would take too long. So, yeah, whatever version of BizHawk is best. If you can send me the link to. Yeah, I would like to have, if there's a way to have the right BIOSes for it, that would be great.
This file, in theory, I don't remember for sure, because it's been a while since I messed with this one, but the firmware that's in here, in this firmware folder that I'm sending you, you should just be able to overwrite the one you have, and it should work. In theory.
Okay, yeah, but I don't want to overwrite the one that I have. Again, I have specific folders.
You're not. You're just going into this brand new one that you set up. You said you installed the new BizHawk.
No, I said I did not. Again, I'll say.
That's what I've been saying from the very beginning.
No,
All you need to do
God damn it, Charles!
is do
Charles, listen, please. I am trying to explain. We are on the same.
I don't know what's so confusing. Like, I'm not.
There's nothing confusing. I'm saying, can you send me?
There's no reason why you can't reinstall BizHawk. It's so easy. It takes so little.
I'm simply asking if you can send me. God damn it, Charles. Charles, I am agreeing with you. We're on the same page. I'm asking if you can just send me the link to whatever BizHawk might work. If it's the current one, just send me the link to that, and I'll.
You never even installed BizHawk. Okay, that makes sense.
No,
Okay, let me-
I have BizHawk. God damn it. You're not listening.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say is you didn't. You're so convinced that you have BizHawk, which yes, you do. But if you installed a brand new BizHawk that concerns you,
Right, but I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't, Charles. If you just let me finish, I don't have BizHawk for a new. I don't have a new install for BizHawk. So if you can send me BizHawk, whatever BizHawk install file there is, whatever one, and the firmware, I can set up the rest. But I don't have a current or old install file for BizHawk. I just have certain BizHawks set up on my computer. And if I mess with those firmwares or mess with those files, it tends to mess up the game that I'm playing. That's all I'm asking.
BizHawk is its own island. You do not mess with
Right,
BizHawk.
and that's what I'm saying. We were on the same page from the very beginning. You just didn't let me finish what I was saying.
I just think it's just a misunderstanding.
Just let people. That's what I said. I told Charles. I'm like, I told Camilla. I was like, if he joins, I'm just gonna tell him exactly what I need, and that's what I was trying to do. And I don't need an explanation of how. I already knew. That's why I said I just need an install of it, and I don't want to grab an install that might be bad or that might be out of date. So whatever it is, just send. If you don't want to zip it, just send me the link.
Super out of date. This one's actually 2.61. That, like I said, the version that I've set up was from like 2022, so it's like real old. So I sent you a link to that version, and then also the firmware folder, and then of course you already got all the files you need to be able to play the game. The only thing you got to worry about, and this is the part I was worried about, is that you might have to actually choose like a specific like firmware. That's the one thing I'm concerned about, because I don't know if it's actually smart enough to understand that that's the BIOS you need.
It's not. That's why I never make multiple BizHawks with like multiple BIOSes because it just gets confused. And that's why, like, I have a PC Engine BIOS on my computer next to me. The problem is if I use that, the game just, it never works if I switch from US to. It's also because it's the PC Engine. Like, this is a console that barely anyone had, and the BIOSes aren't that. They're barely stable anyway. So.
I'm taking a look to see if you have to do anything.
By the way,
you might even get to the. It's not too hard to switch the firmware.
No, it's super easy to switch the firmware. You just need it.
I have to like start a game first because it wouldn't let me do it until I'm trying to. Yeah, like it's all blanked out until.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's under. It does work. Yeah. So what you do is obviously you just go ahead and actually that's interesting. I was wondering, there might be a way to make it automatically figure this stuff out, but I always just do it manually. Like you said, it's just easier.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I know you get, you're always trying to help people with how to do it. It wasn't a mission of how to do it. I just needed the emulation. And it's not that I'm like lazy and can't Google the emulation. It's just, I don't want to make a mistake and get the wrong one. So if you know one that works, just send it to me with the firmware. It's going to save us so much time. So I appreciate it greatly because I really want to play this with everyone. If you're down to play, by the way.
Let me tell you which specific one it says. Okay, yeah, it's just a Super CD BIOS. So about I can tell each one.
Playing Power Rangers Fighting Edition, Mega Tiger Sword seems pretty alright.
Well, yeah, Mega Tiger Sword's got that lockdown. That's what's scary about it. You saw all the stuff I sent you in Discord, right?
I'm not right now because I'm in the middle of a speed run, but after I'm going to look at it.
Okay. So the firmware folder's there. I dropped a screenshot of what it looks like in my PC CD engine. Like
nice.
That stuff that's in my BIOS and all set up, and then of course the link to the emulator too. So yeah, it's so funny. Don't get me wrong, like this game is like worth playing just like normally, but having to unlock all the stuff in versus mode is a nightmare. Like,
yeah.
I was like, we're just not doing it. That's just not. I'd rather play it on 261.
What is the like the steps that you have to do unlock? I'm not going to do it, obviously, thanks to you. But like, what do you normally have to do?
You have to beat the game completely, like over and over and over again.
Oh, like with every character?
Basically. And it's even worse. Like, again, all the characters, like, when we look, there's only 2 characters in versus mode. Like, you start off with nothing. It's insane. You're like, this is how we're gonna do this? They're gonna make you play this game for, like, 15 hours to be able to play the game for real? Like, good lord. Actually, it kind of reminds me, I guess in some aspects of, like other Godzilla games where they really push the single player. Like, specifically, they're like, PS4, it's like, you gotta keep playing that single player. You can't just stop playing it. You get... I wonder why they do that. It doesn't make any sense. That's actually the reason why the Pipeworks games were cool. Like, yes, they had unlockables, but it wasn't like 45 to 75% of the cast or anything insane like that. Like, what?
Well, I remember when I got the game, I didn't know there were codes to get money for the shop, so I actually did have to grind Save the Earth to get...
Oh, no!
I remember the day I got the game, I came over to your place, Charles, and
yeah, that...
I was like, I wanted to just play as Jaguar so bad, but it was just like, oh, we gotta buy this, like package of monsters, and then once you buy the package, you still have to buy the monsters in the package.
Yeah, what's it called? It's like some Tony Hawk shit for some reason. Like, it's like, here, you got codes, we're good. Otherwise,
the problem was, we found out later, there's a code for money, but it's not enough money to unlock everyone. So you literally do have to play a little bit, no matter what you do.
It's down.
With Save the Earth, unfortunately. I mean, obviously, if you were emulating it, I'm sure you could find a save, but like...
Yeah.
So those files, I dropped. You already got the link from Raging Cosmonaut, but the idea is that you can just take the first. I'm assuming he sent you the save RAM and the Godzilla.zip.
Yeah, I got everything that you sent him. So it was an issue of my BizHawk was not accepting it because it's on the PC Engine side, not the Turbo Duo. So that's the annoying part. And then if I
actually don't know. I would assume it's that like you said, PC Engine would have to be what you would use. Though I guess. No wait. Hold up, did this game come out? No, it didn't come out there.
No, it did.
It did. The version you sent me is for the US one.
It came out in America first, which is crazy.
So yeah, mine's set to PC Engine for sure. Just for shits and giggles, I'll see if I can.
I think it's not because the save file says U for USA.
Oh yes, because that's the thing. The game has Godzilla U, but I think my system in BizHawk is set to Japanese. So it's
Interesting.
like, oh yeah, I can do. It's not like weird bullshit that allows you to do it because it's an emulator. Because it's like, okay, well this is even a real screen technically. So I'm looking. Yeah, see, my BIOS say Super CD BIOS J, so I guess yeah, you could technically change it. I'm gonna see what happens if I change it real quick, because I wonder if it does boot up as like a US game.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
It's gotta be in here. I wouldn't just have the Japanese one. I doubt you could even just get the Japanese one these days if you go and try and download the. Okay, here we go.
I thought about buying the disc. The Japanese version is not expensive. The US version, though, is like, it's always listed for hundreds of dollars on eBay.
Shit, maybe I do only have the Japanese one. Because it just keeps saying PCE. I don't have, like,
The Japanese version
look up pornographic. It's random.
I can send you the US one. I have both versions, but the save file was the main thing we needed because playing the game with every character and beating that sounds like it's going to take a while. So.
Plus the game's not easy either. That's not. If a person said they were like unlocking this to the day, I'd be like, wow, you must have been dedicated. Like, this is not an easy thing to do. Okay, here we go. I knew I had it, I just didn't know what the hell it was.
Oh shoot. Wow. Oh my god. Why is there so many good guys?
What?
Oh dang, I just got wrecked.
I actually don't have the English BIOS, and everything I'm reading is like, I'm surprised I don't have it, but I guess, yeah, technically there's not, I mean, how many TurboGrafx CD games would you even really want to play? I mean...
No, I don't need... Not many. There's a few.
I can't think of anything or even.
There's,
I mean, not translation packs in existence these days. Translations exist now, so it's like, why would you want the American version of the game?
There's a Journey to the West fighting game that I really like.
Yeah, game is thing.
And it's funny too, because like PC Engine is weird because it has like the Hue card, and then it has like the CD, and like the CD is the one you need like all these BIOS. You need like 2 separate BIOS for or something. So.
Okay, here we go. TurboGrafx. Does it even list them separately? I'm looking online because I'm genuinely curious how many games. They couldn't have been that many that came out. Okay, here we go.
Or that guy Chiefus when he was selling his TurboGrafx It's the Godzilla game, but he wanted so much money for it. It was insane.
Didn't Megami Tensei come out in America on TurboGrafx CD? That's crazy. Yeah. There's no way. This has to be some bullshit.
That's TurboGrafx game.
Yo! Are you trying to play with us, Charles, or?
I was just making sure everything went smooth with getting it set up, and I was looking up volunteer on it here. I'm like, I really am genuinely curious, like, how many TurboGrafx 16 CD games actually exist? I know I've seen reviews of, like, all of them, but I just, off the top of my head, I'm like, I don't actually remember. Information. Like, the list I look at has a ton of Japanese games on it. So it's like, well, that's obviously, okay, great. I know, that's not what I'm looking for.
1000以上だったんですけど。I don't think it's gonna be 40 minutes. Oh yeah, by the way, since you joined the server, did you want like specific roles, by the way?
Oh yeah, take a look. I just hopped in there because I wanted to make sure I could help you guys out. But,
yeah.
Let me take a look and see
So, there's Godzilla, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, other tokusatsu stuff, King Kong, and Gamera. So I can give you any of the roles that you...
Yeah, how many King Kong games are there? Jesus Christ, I just thinking about it.
It's like 6. There's not that many. There's like 6 or 7. Like, there's not as many as you would think. But there's like... It's weird. There's like more recent King Kong games. Since like...
Well, I guess that, it kind of makes sense. Everything gets a game nowadays. So, you know what I mean? Like...
David, you heard about that one Kong game that came out like a rumor in the theater? It's gonna be awful.
Which one is the ones like this?
One of the worst games of the year.
Which one is this? What's it called?
Like King of Skull Island or something. Oh man, you haven't seen this piece of shit.
Oh my god, I'm so happy that you see that, David.
What in the...
Isn't the Skull Island right? The thong?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I'm mashing.
Oh yeah, this is definitely it. You see it for like 3 seconds and just like, yes, this is definitely it. The game looks terrible. Oh my god. Oh.
I did better on the phone that time. I suck at whack-a-mole.
Now I'm just watching footage of
こ
this
れ、ア
game.
ル君は、まだいないよな。アマちゃん、マロ君を探しに行こうか。うん、そうしよう。
I'm not gonna watch this. It's too funny.
うん、それが式、人物はアイコンになる。そうだよね、マルコちゃん。あそこに人がたくさんが集めた。本当だ、何をやってるんだろうね。マルちゃん、ちょっと行ってみない？うん、そうしよう。あ、これ最後ですね。Yeah, so did you want all the roles or do you just want like specific ones?
Hook me up for that King Kong and that Godzilla roll. That sounds pretty good. I'm excited for the next King Kong game.
Are you into
This is the legacy at the moment.
Are you into Ultraman like stuff?
I think I've probably watched a grand total of like 6 episodes of Ultraman across the entirety of its entire lineup ever. I don't dislike it. I like the fighting games especially. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said, I mean, honestly, I'm not even that big of a Kong fan in the sense that I haven't really watched that much King Kong, but, I mean, if we're talking video games, I mean, yeah, like,
Yeah, it's strictly a video game server, so.
Yeah, the 2005 King Kong game was great.
I don't think I've even seen that game.
The Peter Jack. Dude, that game's sick. It's really good. It was on Cube, Xbox, PS2, Xbox 360 was the version I played. But it was an FPS on Skull Island.
What?
You get to play as Kong in certain parts of the game, which is sick. It was a good game. One of the best Kong games. Which is not saying much. It's not many. It's probably the best Kong game, actually. Let's be real.
The NES game is, I guess, pretty good. And if you would count games that King Kong did, I know he's in that Wide World game, so.
I know Japan's got a game, King Kong 2. Japan got, which is what it's called in Japan. They have that. I think it's like an MSX game or some shit.
Wait, what? I gotta look that. Yeah, King Kong.
Yeah,
A role-playing game.
let me give you the roles real quick.
Oh no, see, okay, if a role-playing game like Legend of Zelda's a role-playing game, like, yes, technically that's a role-playing game, but, yeah. I'm playing the role of Link, but I wouldn't, I mean, I'm not, it's not turn-based.
King Kong, Godzilla, there's Kamen Rider, Ultraman, other Power Rangers, and crossover stuff. Did you want anything else?
I do like I won't sit here and pretend I don't like Power Rangers, but I feel like the Power Rangers as a gaming series is just kind of... I mean, again, the new game looks interesting, but I mean, my hopes, after knowing what I know now about the people who own the franchise, it's like,
Yeah.
But I mean, there's still old games cool. I mean, I do like the old Power Rangers games for sure.
Okay, well, I gave you the role then, so I gave you those 3. The only other ones were crossover games and then Gamera.
The Gamera movies. I've seen like the new Gamera movies, and I've seen like the very old Gamera movies, but I feel like there's at least 2 or 3 I haven't seen.
All right, you should be able to. You should be able to see it now.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I watched the stuff that was on Mystery Science Theater, but not even all of that.
They did.
First, you showed me the
all. Yeah, the 3.
The new ones were good. I like those quite a bit.
No, those are really good. Really, really good. Gamera the Brave you probably haven't seen. That's from 2006, and that flops. That's why it hasn't been a Gamera movie.
I think this is the last one actually, because they were supposed to exchange with
What'd you
her.
say?
No, I'm doing the middle. I'm finishing up the speed run.
Finishing that shit.
Eventually, Giga Bash will
Alright, ごめん。ちょっとなんか他の特撮ゲームがやりたかったんですけど、知ってる方が遅くて。あ、これはね、本当に彼女で仕事を手伝うって約束したんですけど、夕方してなかったね。 で、雨が、なんか雨毒わかんないけど、それが落ちてくるで、アイテムを拾って、左右を予定で、入れたらね、避ける。できればね、5回以上がやりたい。危ない。危ない。危ない。これはそういう感じ。よくリセットする。やろうかな。いいね。めっちゃいいじゃん。まだ時間はいっぱい。時間たっぷりです。よーし。これ一番の得点じゃない？一つずつは拾っていくことができるんだけど、意味あんまりないんです。よし。もう一回できるかな。5秒です。あと5秒。間に合わん。出た !320 得点っていうことは、1500入ってた。1600で1500。大丈夫だよ。でも、これでやって1、2、すごい運動ね。まだ分かってないわよ。雨も止んでし。なる。怒るってね、まあもちろん。約束って呼べてね。はるくちゃんあんまり見てないね。今テレビを流してないんですね。何独り言を言ってるのよ。行くよ。はい。今行きますよ。そうだ。サンドウィッチがいっぱい余ってるから。閉会式で。そう、これだって。で、なんか、再開の時は、もう、サンドウィッチを食べるながら、発表があんまり気づいてない。ずっと、サンドウィッチ食べるのに集中してる。そして、いよいよ閉会式が始まる。今日のゲーム。これ、終わりね。なんで飛ばすことができない？最後の威力か。I'm almost finished, man. It's Chibi Maruko-chan. Relax. People are upset that I'm running this game. たまちゃん、それ本当？ズバリ、本当でしょう？さくらさん、あなたがサンドウィッチを食べるのに夢中で、ズバリ、私の入賞者の発表をしてます。どうもすいません。まあいいでしょう。それでは、早速商品をお渡しします。わーい、やったね。商品って。いきなりは、なんでこれ2でしょ？商品は上に書いてから、本当に早く読まないね。どうも、そうだね。楽しみは最後まで。そして、閉会式も終わり、意気揚々と家に帰り、早速商品の入って、なんと中に 中には動かないメスが早速来てみる。これがタイマースタッフか。そうそう、ドレスは2位。じゃあ2位でした。じゃあ1500以上が本当に2位。それは間違いなく。こっちがタイマースタッフかな。違う？子供の入賞するとは思っても、私はこんな終わり方は嫌だと。そう、タイマーそっちか。よし、GG です。それは2位でした。やっぱり。1位は、最初のゴロゴロのマーブルのやつは完璧しないと、やっぱ無理か。無理。あれはえらい時間かかる。そして、エンディングも元が長くなります。さっきはマックスの力で私は2位したけど、1回もう失敗して、失敗の時はもうただ終わり。もうエンディングはただ流すだから。あれはもちろん一番早い。まあ優しいね、このゲームは。もうクリアしても、悪くプレイでも any% はできる。だから多分ね、一番面白いは絶対、その、2000得点以上。2000得点以上なら、それは時間がバラバラになります。2位もたまに。で、その、次は、もう any パワーは多分みんなはただ失敗。どっちの失敗が一番早くを探すな。面白いかわかんないけど、とりあえずこのゲーム持ってるだから、もう一回走って方が面白いかな。チビマルコちゃんのゲーム。4も持ってる。3と4。3はちょっと待って。持ってるかも。今はゲームボーイゲームは相当持ってるよ。もうマジゲームボーイゲームは本当にやばいくらいの数。うちはカートのみですけどね。カートのみだから。だろうね。多い。めっちゃ多いじゃん。ゲームが多すぎじゃん。ちょっと待って。あ、クレヨンしんちゃんもあります。クレヨンしんちゃん。クレヨンしんちゃんどこだっけ。マジで多すぎ。一応出します。この前の福岡の方がカービィを対戦するって言ってたんですけど、正直にこのゲームはやってる。ちょっと黙ったんですけど、本当にグループの中では自信あります。あ、出た。ほら。これです。持ってます。で、扱わないお使い大作戦お小遣いの大作戦もありますし、ちびまる子ちゃんゲームは一応結構持ってる。 タニトゥーンもいつかやるかなと思って。タニトゥーンは結構好き。多いね。クレヨンしんちゃんもアニメゲームが多いね。ドラえもん。このゲームはね、4秒がクリアことができる。だから勝った。プレイしなくていい。なんか、パスを入れたら、もうすぐにエンディングが流してくれるのゲーム。あとは何だろう。タニチューン全部あります。もう一つのタニチューン。面白いね。本当に。はい、クレヨンしんちゃんも。はい、終わりです。じゃあ今から特撮のグループの中で特撮のみんなが待ってるやりたいって言ってた。じゃあやりましょう。よかったね。もう40分かかりませんね。40分ちょうど。ごめん、途中は健康に。